This month's terrorist attack on Istanbul has once again drawn the ire of Turkey on the PKK in northern Iraq and Syria. But who exactly are the Kurds and what is the PKK fighting for? The Kurdish population totals around 30 to 40 million people worldwide. They are of Indo-European descent and are one of the indigenous peoples of the Mesopotamian plains and highlands. The majority of Kurds live in Turkey, followed by Iran, Iraq, Syria and Germany. They share cultural ties and language dialects, and the majority are Sunni Muslim, but some also adhere to other faiths. In the early 20th century, many Kurds started making calls for the creation of a homeland, which is often dubbed Kurdistan. After World War I, Western states had originally promised the Kurds their own country, but it never materialized.
When the Ottoman Empire dissolves at the end of World War I, you have a number of different agreements that the colonial powers come to. You have the Sykes-Picot Agreement, you have the Treaty of Sèvres in 1920, which Turkey particularly took a lot of issue with, basically because it was a lot of the Allies kind of carving up Turkey into a number of parts, giving territory to Italians and Greeks and British and so forth.
That treaty did include the possibility of the Kurdish people having their own state, but Mustafa Kemal Atatürk played a pivotal role in changing that. He was a colonel in the Ottoman army of the time and was able to consolidate the remainder of the Ottoman military to expel the Allied powers, founding Turkey. That meant the Kurds were split across Turkey, Iran, Iraq and Syria.
Ataturk and his cadre had gone through the Balkan Wars and had gone through World War I and saw ethnic nationalism as dangerous. There was an erasure of Kurdish ethnic identity, and by erasure I mean killings, displacements, changing of town names, moving Kurds across the country.
In the 1970s, a group of students led by Abdullah Öcalan came together to set up a Marxist-Leninist region across southeast Turkey. They named their group the PKK, or Kurdistan Workers' Party, and their aim was to create a greater Kurdish state spreading across neighboring countries. At the time, Turkey was dealing with its own problems of the Cold War. There was escalating violence between left and right-wing groups that eventually led to a military coup in 1980. A year before, Öcalan left for Syria, then later to Lebanon. Here he established the PKK's first headquarters in the Bekaa Valley with the support of the Syrian government.